Asked about making an ogive. I think I mentioned it at the end of a frequency distribution video, but I'll work through it sort of quickly here. The basic idea is that we want to make sure we have a cumulative frequency distribution first. And so looking at this, for this first one here, we can set our classes when we do a histogram. I'm going to do graph histogram here. Median income for males, and I'm going to just start it at 20,000 and do a class width of 10, just for simplicity's sake in setting this up. And you'll have to get your 7 classes or whatever's appropriate. You will pick different class widths there. And when I do compute, we get this, and it helps to have our labels there. So I'm going to do options, edit, and put our labels on top in terms of the value of how many are in each bar. And then what I'm going to do is open up another StatCrunch window just to make it easier to work with this. So what I need is I need income as one column. I need cumulative frequency in this column here, and I'm going to start at 20,000, and then the next one is going to be 30,000, then 40,000, not 400,000, but 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, and 70,000. And remember, in Ogive, what we need is that limit, and really what we're saying is how many are less than 20,000, how many are less than 30,000, how many are less than 40,000. And I go in here and I just type in the cumulative frequency. So we have 1, 2, and then when we add 34, 56, or not 2, 36, then add 12 to that is 48, adding 4 more to that is 52. Now I screwed this up because what we really have is 0 to start with, 1, 2, 36, 48, since we're talking about what's less than that number, and then 52. Once I have a cumulative frequency distribution built, and one of the reasons we build these is because it does allow us to create this graph of the ogive. And so I go in here and I do stat, and I go in and do a graph, not stat, but graph, and I do a scatter plot. X variable being the income, the Y variable being the cumulative income, and I go down here and I make sure I include the lines with that, so points and lines included. And when I do the graph, we have this picture here for our ogive. So the ogive, again, requires a cumulative frequency distribution to be built, and then we do a scatter plot based off of that.